Greetings everybody and welcome back to another video. Now for quite some time now I've been meaning to take a look at these combination locks that Potty314 kindly sent me, and I figured that this would be the perfect opportunity for me to show you at least one of them. I hope to make 3 individual videos for each of the locks. And today we're going to be looking at this one right in the middle here. This is the Abus 165/40, and I've chosen this one because I think this is the easiest to decode out of all of them. I'm not sure if that applies to all of these locks in general, or just these particular locks. For example, some of these locks may have been used in a harsh condition that changes the way that they feel when they're decoded. This is also what I believe to be the most common out of all the locks. The other two are aluminium. This one's the Abus 145/40, and it's got this anodized finish on it. And this is actually a very difficult lock to decode, but hopefully I'll take a look at that in a future video. The other is the Bergwachter 8840 Fun, which is quite a fun lock to decode actually, and a fair challenge because there isn't a whole lot of play in the shackle. You really have to push down on it physically. It doesn't, gravity doesn't allow it to fall down like it does with these loose Abus shackles. Alright, so I haven't changed the combination from what it was when Potty314 sent it to me, and as you can see the lock is locked up. I have decoded all of these locks just to make sure that I could actually do it before attempting it on a video. So let's get started. So pretty much standard procedure with any combination lock that has 4 dials. I pull tension on the shackle and use these fingers here to push against the lock body as I do so. I'm just going to rotate all the dials at once, and maybe I can zoom in for you a bit here. Just rotate them all until the shackle pops out and all the dials lock up. Sometimes it happens instantly. There we go. So now all our dials have actually seized up. Now you need to picture that we actually have 4 positions on each dial, and we're trying to narrow down the possibility of decoding a combination lock. So if we imagine that there are maybe around 4 possible options on each of these dials, we're moving between these possibilities and continuously narrowing down our possibilities as we try to decode this combination lock. I hope that kind of makes sense. Hopefully as I decode the lock it'll start to make a little bit more sense. So again, I'm going to pull tension on the shackle and I'm going to jiggle each dial and feel for the one that has the least play in it. Now as you can see right at the bottom there, this dial has an awful lot of play in it, whereas next one up, this one here, is actually, there's not a whole lot of play in it and it's quite stiff. So what I do is I momentarily release tension on the shackle, just enough to allow me to get that dial rotating to the next position, and I think that's the position there. You do have to watch because sometimes the other dials will also move out of position, so you really need to be careful and watch the lock as you decode it. So this one up at the top is definitely a lot harder than, or there's a lot less play in it than the others, so I'm going to rotate that one. And now it's the bottom one here. And you see this one up here, I think this moved, but not very much, I don't think. Okay, the bottom one again. See, watch this one up here. It was rotating a bit. So that this bottom one now is loose, so we know that we have to move on to another one. I think it's this one. Some locks are worse than others at actually moving out of position, and there we go, just that last one. So it looks like our combination is 1385. Now Potty was very sensible, and he also sent the combinations, and he sent them all stapled up in this. And like I said, I did decode all of these combinations before actually looking at the combination, and he gave us this piece of paper here with all the combinations written down. So we have the one for the berg and for the two abuses here. This is the one that's relevant for today. It's the abus 165/40, and it looks like the combination, we have to do a little bit of maths here. It's 21 squared times pi. So if I get this ancient, pretty rubbish calculator here, it's 21 times 21, which is 441, times pi, which is about 3.14, and that gives us 1384.74, which rounded up is 1385. So it looks like Potty can actually do maths, not that I doubted that. And there we go. So these locks do actually operate very, very smoothly. I'm not sure if this is a brand new lock. I think it might be, or certainly it's only been used in a not very harsh environment. It's pretty easy to change the combination by just rotating the shackle 180, pushing down. So they do operate very nicely. Now, what I don't get is why Abus, they don't seem to have much confidence in these combination locks. I wouldn't say that combination locks are any easier to open than pin tumbler locks. I really wouldn't, because they do require skill to open. I know you can usually do it without any tools, but still, they do require skills to open, just like pin tumbler picking does. So the only weakness I can see in these locks is actually the body. They haven't put a lot of effort into this body, and as it seems to be quite standard with these locks, just to have really thin, horrible, unhardened shackle. I don't know if this is hardened or not. But this lock is designed for use on school lockers and things like that, really low security applications. I haven't actually looked at the Abus website to see if that's what they recommend this is used for or not. Anyway, I also want you to note this ring right here. It goes all the way around, and this ring is how they construct the locks. They pretty much feed all the guts in here and then press in the shackle. Then this ring holds the shackle in. So to get the shackle out, you would have to remove that ring, but you'd also have to have the correct combination. So that isn't a possible entry point. Actually, on the 145 series, we have that quite clearly shown here. So there you go. There is the Abus 165/40 from Potty314. Thank you very much, Potty, for sending this lock to me. Had a lot of fun with it, and I cannot wait to play with the other two locks. Thank you very, very much for watching this video, and I hope to see you again soon.